This is the Edgefield Broadcast Network, bringing you the important news of the day.
Today, we have a doozy of a story to share about former President Donald Trump's latest campaign-style rally being completely derailed by protesters. In what is being called an unprecedented and humiliating event, angry demonstrators swarmed the venue and forced Trump to abruptly end his speech after just a few minutes.
That was our business to take. I don't want it.
Let's take a look at what went down. Last Saturday, Trump had organized a Save America rally in Youngstown, Ohio, as part of his continuing efforts to campaign and fundraise in the run-up to the 2024 election. Thousands of his supporters showed up at the Covelli Center Amphitheater, excited to hear him rail against Democrats and tout his America First agenda. However, outside, an even larger crowd of anti-Trump protesters had gathered.
If you look at Hillary, hello.
Chanting slogans like "Trump is not welcome here" and "Shame on you." They made their presence known from the start.
Thank you. Isn't it a shame? Look at this. Thousands of people are pouring in, and we have to get rid of one person. He's wasting our time.
But no one could have predicted just how out of control things would soon become. As Trump took the stage and started his usual boasts and attacks, the noise from outside grew louder and louder. Barely 5 minutes into his speech, furious shouting and horns could be heard over his voice through the sound system.
$19 trillion.
Then suddenly, a huge chorus of boos erupted from inside as protesters breached the venue. Chaos ensued as hundreds of demonstrators flooded the seating areas, yelling obscenities at Trump supporters. Fights broke out in multiple sections as security struggled to control the situation.
I don't think he has rules of engagement.
Amid rising tensions and safety concerns, Trump had little choice left. In a highly embarrassing moment, a frazzled-looking Trump was forced to cut his speech drastically short after just a few minutes. Cameras caught his look of total shock and disappointment as he awkwardly waved and said, "Thank you, everybody," before hurrying off stage. Riot police had to be called in to help disperse the angry crowds both inside and outside.
See, they've got strategy. One there, one here, one there, 3 different places. So far, we're really at 2 people, but I think it might be 3. These are not people. Just remember that. Oh, here's another one. Here's another one. Look at this guy. Get him out.
In all, 3 people suffered minor injuries during the clashes. But the real damage was done to Trump's ego and narrative of popularity. Having a major rally effectively shut down by protesters.
That's number 4. Why don't you take them out the nearest store instead of walking them through the whole place? These people. Remember this. Remember this. I think he came back. I think he came back. Don't worry about him. We'll do this quickly.
Is almost unheard of for a former president with such a fervent base. Let's analyze what this says about Trump and the state of his movement. First, this incident demonstrated that angry opposition to Trump remains vigorously passionate despite him no longer being in office. The size and intensity of the demonstrations took both organizers and police by surprise. It served as a reminder of how polarizing a figure he continues to be. Second, having to abruptly end his rally without even delivering a full speech was a massive embarrassment for the always thin-skinned Trump. It feeds the perception that his messaging lacks resonance beyond hardcore loyalists. Third, this rally had been carefully planned for months, yet Trump could not deliver basic security. Growing over-reliance on bluster and blaming radical leftists is no substitute for effective on-ground organizing. Fourth, as America's most divisive ex-president angling for a comeback, failing to hold a simple rally or Save America agenda in question, hammering home this can be no easy feat. The Youngstown fiasco revealed Trump's movement to be less robust than advertised and highlighted ongoing governance issues. If he aims to regain national power, addressing both discontent and incompetence is key. For now, the most vivid memory remains his discomfiting early exit. Not surprisingly, Trump was livid about this incident and took to his Truth Social platform to blame everyone from local law enforcement to unhinged protesters. But the video doesn't lie. His rally was completely overrun while he appeared paralyzed and powerless. For the Democrats, this is more proof Trump remains a double-edged sword, energizing opponents as much as allies. Things are also far from certain for the 2024 primaries, with Ron DeSantis and others gaining ground. Overall, while midterms loom large, this Youngstown debacle left Trump suddenly seeming small and defeated once more. Protesters shutting down his event so resoundingly, forcing him to flee, provides endless fodder for opponents to argue he's a loser who can't even handle a minority opposition movement, let alone lead a country. Whether Trump can recover from this latest embarrassment with voters remains to be seen. But it sure was fun to watch. Viewers, that brings us to the conclusion of this episode. Please share your thoughts on what happened in Youngstown and what it could mean for Trump's political future moving forward. We appreciate you tuning in. Until next time.